So we have the Eclipse here, and it comes with this end, and we put this on just for convenience, so that if you have an AC adapter, you can plug it straight into it. And go ahead and plug that in, and you'll see the Eclipse lights up. Now, if you don't have an AC adapter, or you want to hardwire it to your 12-volt power source, you can certainly do that. And so, the easiest way would probably be just taking a utility knife and slicing off this heat shrink. Of course, be very careful with it. So once we slice off this heat shrink, you'll see this connector, and you'll see obviously there's two wires, a power and ground wire coming out of there, and then you can just use a small screwdriver to unscrew that. So I've got a tiny screwdriver here, and just carefully unscrew that. And now we've got the two bare wires exposed, so we can hook that up to the power and ground source directly. So you'll notice the blue one is positive and the brown one is negative. If you get them reversed for whatever reason, it just won't light up. Nothing bad will happen. Actually, this one does seem to work if you reverse it. Interesting. So the polarity doesn't seem to matter on this one. And you also notice there's a third wire in there, that yellow wire. That's just so the wire here will fit nicely into the waterproof port. So you can just ignore that yellow wire, that third wire in there. That's not used for anything. The other way, if this connector was on there, this heat shrink, and you didn't want to use the knife to cut it off, you could also simply, let's just assume that connector was back on there, you could also just take a knife and just cut the wire right here, snip that whole thing off. Then you'd have to go ahead and strip back the wire sheathing and then expose your wires directly.